Today I'm going to be sharing with you my Bear Paw Quilt. Hi, I'm Rosanna from Moara Crochet, and today I'm going to be sharing with you all the information about my latest design, which is this Bear Paw Quilt. I'm trying to get this in the camera, in the whole camera, but this is a substantial quilt. It's quite hard to get it all in. So I'm going to be sharing with you the inspiration, the composition, the materials, everything you'll need to know about this new pattern. So let's start with inspiration. As many of you know, the world has been taken over the last few years with crochet patchwork quilt style quilts, which are inspired by traditional patchwork quilts, whether they be Irish or English piecing or American. They are all with the same concept. And I wanted to push the level a little bit further than the basic quilts that you're seeing. And I wanted to create a pattern which had something a bit different, is a bit more work, creates a blanket which is a little bit more special, that heirloom quality blanket that you'll work as a labor of love, and it becomes a cherished piece, an heirloom piece, a piece you will love, you will care for, maybe even pass on. And the design I chose was inspired by the traditional patchwork motif, which is called the bear claw, which you can see here. This is the nice high contrast, and this motif here is made of 49 squares. I know that sounds a lot, but when they come together, it's like a puzzle and it brings you so much satisfaction. So that was my inspiration. My reason why I created this quilt was because of this. Last year I treated myself, very big treat, and I got an Elliot and May advent yarn calendar. I had never had one of these before. This was a new thing to me. We don't have them in Brazil, so I treated myself to buy one of these calendars, and it was such a special thing. It's a very adult present, and the box was filled with the most delightful handmade yarns, all naturally dyed. And now I only have little yarnlings left, which I will show you, and these are the little yarnlings that are left. And I was given a yarn, a 20 gram yarn per day, so I wanted to do something special. The only thing I could think of special in which I would use all of these yarns would be a blanket. So I designed this pattern using the traditional patchwork pattern, and had to design the pattern that could be used with just one of these little tiny yarnlings, which are only 85 meters each. So I decided on this pattern, and as you can see, I've got a few grams left of each ball. I think I only have 5 to 7 grams left of each ball, which will be used for other projects in the future. And I combined this with a more neutral yarn, and I decided not to go with the traditional cream because all crochet blankets were cream, and I wanted to create something which was a bit more rustic and more in tide with this style of yarn. And I had just bought, this is a different color, but I had bought a collection of, I think these are the Belfast Romley yarns from Wool and Twine, and I bought a whole kit ready for a jumper, which I decided to create this blanket with instead. And I teamed it with some skeins of this from Eula, and the end result I'm so pleased with, and it has created this beautiful blanket. Now, as these motifs are so labor intensive, I wanted to let the motifs shine, so I have just added a simple border. So that is the inspiration, the yarn I've used. So it is piecework, it is work, it is determination, but it is so lovely and satisfying to see that my year project is now finished. And this will be an heirloom quilt which I will love forever. My daughter already loves it, and on those cold winter days I can snuggle up into this blanket, and I can also use it as a really thick scarf on those really cold winter days. So let's get into materials, level, everything you need to know. Now, as you have heard, I have used my advent calendar, which was 24 skeins of mini skeins, and you can use any yarn you wish. And then I have teamed it with three and a half of these skeins, so it's quite a substantial amount of yarn, and these are all fingering weight yarn. So in total you will be 1,600 meters of plain yarn, and then in the others it's I will add in the information down below because I've forgotten on the top of my head. Now, to team this, I have used just a 3mm crochet hook. That is all I have used, one 3mm crochet hook and a yarn needle, and I have pieced it together. Now, this pattern could be technically beginner, because all you need to know how to do is how to make a granny square, which is the first thing we all do. And this is made with a row 1 granny square. There are no second rows, so this could technically be beginner. What I will teach you is how to make a granny square and how to make a half and half square. You see here the two colors, and how to create that half and half on an angle. Okay, as I do my technique without going over the yarn, it uses much less yarn than when you continue over. Okay, so that is the materials, and also of course your scissors. Now, the level, like I said, is beginner. You need to know a few basics, but it's basically beginner. And from there, I will teach you how to make the granny square, the half and half granny square, and how to piece this up in the most economical method, as I will show you how you can do this bit by bit and create your motifs. Now, this is a pattern you can do all in one if you wish, or do as I did and take it over a year and do it bit by bit. Then once you have all your granny squares made, you are going to put all your motifs in an order. So in this collection I've made 24, and this has made officially what we call a lap gown. So overall I am about 1 meter in width, and then in length I'm about 1.60 meters altogether, which is just the perfect lap size for when you're on the sofa. Now, this pattern now is officially available on my website. I'm going to leave a link down below, and also in my Etsy store. So I hope you enjoyed this pattern. I'm going to keep this video short and sweet, and I wish you a wonderful Christmas and New Year, and happy crocheting. See you soon. Bye.